Hey, this is your girl Michelle,
This is Mariah, also known as Mariah Amazing.
and you are tuned into Melanin Voices.
Hey
Hey,
everyone.
hey.
I feel like we do that every time we start. We
We
always say the
do. It's
same
like we
thing.
have to. That's like our like slow. Like that's our
That's
theme
slogan.
song.
Yeah, that's our theme.
Hey,
Hey,
Melanin
hey.
Voices. Hey. Right.
But hi everyone. We missed you per usual, but we're going to talk about Michelle's birthday because she just had her birthday, you guys, this past
And she just had
weekend.
a birthday, and it was like probably one of the least turned birthdays I've ever had in all my
But
years
that's because
of
you're
having
pregnant with baby
birthdays.
Nova.
I'm preggo, but it snowed. We got a storm.
Oh,
We got a storm on the day of my birthday. So literally was
wow.
snowed in, and felt like a regular day. But my husband was surprised me and flew my parents out here for my birthday.
That was so sweet.
Yeah, very sweet, but you just can't give me surprise company. I hate surprise company.
She hates surprises, guys.
I do hate surprises, but I really hate more surprise company. Like, I'm one of those people that if you show up to my house unannounced and say you're outside,
Oh, God.
I'm not answering the door. Like, you don't just show up to people's house and then, like, you're supposed to let me know. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to plan? You gotta plan for company. But I'm happy that they came. I'm not gonna be mad about that. But
Yeah, so she haven't seen him in a
yeah, but
while.
it was kind of a lot for me. But I'm happy I got to see them. So that what I did for my birthday, just got snowed in, got to see my parents, and my cousin was out here traveling, and I got to take her out and do a few things. But so basically, I was everyone's hostess for my birthday. I should have been. I should have been the one getting, you
Oh,
know, the the hosts. People should have been hosting me, but I was hosting them. So it
the
was
special treatment.
basically work. But other than that, I made it. Thank God I made it for another year. I am 26 years old. Gosh, that is
Yeah.
crazy. I'm getting up there. So 26 and pregnant. And
I'm pregnant.
yeah.
We get it,
I
Michelle.
guess it's better than 16, right?
True.
So, yeah, there was that. That was my weekend, doing my thing. What about you? What
That
did
was
you do
good.
this week? What did you do this past weekend? Y'all had nice weather, so.
We did have decent weather. Yeah, it was like 50 degrees today. So, yeah, what I did this weekend, Saturday, my best friend's mom got remarried, so I went to her reception, and that was really fun. We enjoyed ourselves. Sunday was a bit more chill for me. I didn't really do too much on Sunday, really. At least I don't remember doing
Mm,
anything on Sunday. Yeah, I don't remember doing much on Sunday besides cleaning and
nice.
relaxing, but that's it. That
Cool.
was the bulk of my Sunday. And then we're here today. I got a new phone from Sprint. Hopefully, I can fix my phone. But besides that, that's
Cool.
about it. That's
It's
my
a chill
weekend.
weekend. I know,
We're,
right?
we're adults. It's not
Another chill weekend. That's cool. It's all good. Yeah. But
another
let's get
chill
into
weekend.
Melanin Media. Let's go ahead and get
But yeah,
the ball rolling. Let's talk about which one to talk about first. Yeah, which one you want to talk about first? I feel like there's a lot, kind of.
yeah, there is a lot. Let's start with bam. Let's get straight to an Oprah speech for the Golden Globe Awards. That was amazing. If you didn't get a chance to hear it, basically she just got awarded for a Cecil B. DeMille Award. I had to look up what that was because I'm not sure about the Golden
Say
Globes.
that again. You said it so fast. I didn't know what you
Y'all,
make
I
you
be
said.
speaking fast. But
What?
Oprah got awarded for the Cecil B. Mill
Okay,
Award.
Cecil B. No. Okay, I got you.
Cecil B. DeMille
Okay.
Award. And I'm not sure what these awards are. I don't know, much about it. So I decided to look it up so I can cure my ignorance on it. So basically, the Cecil B. DeMille Award is an honorary Golden Globe Award bestowed by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association for outstanding contributions to the world of entertainment. So basically, Oprah has done a lot for the entertainment realm,
Yeah.
which she has. I think everybody can agree to that. So she got awarded for that. She went there. She had this beautiful speech about women, diversity, and also like um, basically how women have been silenced for quite some time, and that's going to be coming to an end very soon. Um, So it was a beautiful speech. If you haven't heard it, you should go definitely hear it. A lot of gems in that speech. But I just want to like shine some light on Oprah in the speech because first of all, she's Oprah, she's amazing, and second of all, she was the first Black woman to get awarded that award at the Golden Globe. So I think that's pretty historic. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, that's really historic. I didn't get to listen to it, but I did see
the
all the
hype.
news about it and things like that. And I know I seen like the black movement they were doing for all the women who were coming out about their sexual assault cases, and it was amazing to see that we see a turn in the masculine media that we've seen for so long, knowing that women have had to keep secret and hold back some of the things that they really wanted to say and do, but because of what do I say, male masculinity, because of privilege, white privilege, male privilege in general, it can hold people back from really being successful because nobody wants to believe you. So I'm very happy about the whole Me Too movement and how far it's going. And now people need to know there's a line, and if you cross it, your career, your everything will be over. So happy to see that that's a thing that's happening.
Same.
We a lot of
For sure. I'm definitely
repercussions,
happy
like the
to hear
repercussion we about
repercussions
to
for
bring up
your
just
actions
now
now.
about H&M
Um,
and the little boy. Repercussion. I be thinking when I see
oh,
crazy
girl.
stuff, when I see
Yes.
crazy stuff like that, I'm like, yo, who looked at this picture? Who put that on that boy and said that was okay? And what did it say? It said the coolest monkey to run the jungle.
That's cool.
And it was a black little boy, by the way, if you don't know
The,
what we're talking about. And he had
the
a hoodie
jungle.
on, and
Yeah.
H&M was out here putting it out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, who
Yeah.
said that was okay? Who said that was
Somebody
okay?
approved that. Somebody on the team thought it was cool. I know a lot of people are like, well, what about what his parents? If his parents approved it, let him wear that. And I'm just like, at the end of the day, they
His
still put it
parents
on
wanted
him.
him to be on H&M. His parents probably just wanted him to have the
And they
opportunity.
wanted money or whatever. We don't know what his parents did. But back to what the topic is at hand. This little black boy is in a hoodie calling him a monkey. So, yeah, that's.
Coolest monkey in the jungle.
Didn't we just talk about this with Dove a while back?
People don't get it. And
Not this, but I just don't
I
understand.
think what needs to happen is media companies need to be more culturally aware, culturally sensitive. They need to hire more culturally aware individuals who can specifically get companies aware about certain things that can affect their market and their brand if they, abuse certain things. But I think a big push for me
Right.
in particular is the push for not us to get mad just on social media. We need to get mad with our pockets. But
That's why I
if we
say hit him
still
where the
gonna buy
pockets is
Dove, if
because we
we
could get
still
mad
gonna
at hoopla and
go
stuff,
to
but
H&M, or we
if
still
we're gonna
gonna
keep
eat
shopping there, what's
Chick-fil-A or whatever the case may be, then it doesn't. What's the big? Don't make a big scene. Don't make a big scene if you're not going to if you're not going to really fight it economically, because that's the only way that these companies are going to feel the need to actually hire or get people who are culturally aware so they cannot hurt their brand. But as long as we are the number one consumers of America, African Americans, Black people, then they're going to continue to abuse us, knowing that it's going to take a 10-minute, it's going to be a day or two, and guess what's going to happen next? We're going to forget all about it. So
agreed. Yeah. I mean, if we don't hit them where their pockets is, they're not gonna really care to change. So they're gonna keep giving us these unheartfelt apologies and keep doing it over and over again. So it is what it is. That's really what it stems down to. Um, and speaking of ignorance, um, if you watch Love and Hip Hop, I actually haven't seen Love and Hip Hop in quite some time, but I did tune in for this episode because I wanted to see what all the hype was about. So there's a new season of Love Hip Hop based in Miami. Um, of course Trina's on there. Hey Trina. Of course she's on there, but there's a lot of other artists too that may not be as well known as Trina. And one of the artists' name is Amara La Negra, and she's a Afro Dominicana woman. So she's of Afro descent, but she is Dominican, and she has like a fro, very brown to dark skin. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's black. She's a black woman.
She's
Exactly.
she's black. She's black. She's black. That's what she is. She's black. Like, and people don't understand the difference between the fact that
Thank you,
black
Michelle.
people are everything. We are everywhere. So, guess what happened with Afro Latinos and Afro Latinas? They got dropped off on the ship that we were all on in Africa. They got dropped off in the Caribbean, or they got dropped off in the DR. They got dropped off on the island. And guess what? They are black people who speak the language of of the culture that they were raised by, which is exactly, you know what I'm saying? Like, people understand, like, oh, you're dark, you're not. No, she's Afro, she's Latina, she's black, and she speaks Spanish, or she speaks Dominican. Like, I mean, not Dominican, it's not a language, but she speaks
Right.
Spanish.
I know what you're trying to say. You can be black
Isn't
and Latin at the same time. It's a thing. So, anyways, this
exactly, like, all black people are not in America,
so this
people.
other Latino didn't understand that because he doesn't look like she looks. He's not dark skinned. He has very fine hair, very light skin, and he's also Latino. He didn't understand why she was, had a.
Was he Dominican though? I don't
No,
think he was Dominican.
He wasn't Dominican. He was just still Latino. I'm not sure exactly.
He's probably like, he looked like he's like Puerto Rican or Cuban or something.
Yeah. So he didn't understand why she had a fro and why she had dark skin. He didn't understand why she called herself Afro Latino. He was like, "Are you African?" And then it was just very, very abrasive, very aggressive of why he didn't understand why she looked the way she looked and claimed to be Latino in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So they got into this big debacle and everything, and he was a producer in the industry, which is really, really sad to me because it's just like I do see it a lot in that in even in Black community, but especially in the Latino community. If you're like Afro Latino, they kind of, some people may look at you funny and be like, "Oh, you're not really Latino because you look a certain way," or you know what I mean? I know my friend Elsie. She's from Honduras, and people don't think that she's from Honduras because she has dark skin, and her hair texture is different than some people from Honduras, and they just figure that she's black. They just took a couple of Spanish classes, and she's like, "No, actually, my mom and dad are from Honduras," and it's just always like this thing that people just, if you're dark skinned, you just automatically can never be Latino at the same time.
Very ignorant, but
it's really sad.
I think her being on that stage, I guess what happened was she has a music she got signed to some music label right after the episode aired.
Oh yeah.
I think it was nice to see the impact that a lot of Afro Latinas and Latinos go through, because a lot of them are pressured even by their own culture. And I am friends with a couple of Dominicans who tell me how hard it is, even when they go to the DR, if you're a darker skinned Dominican, how much it affects them and how their people affect them and how their family treats them, and they want them to marry someone light skinned, light complected, better hair, because they see colorism is still a thing. Like, they see lighter complexion as being more popular, as being better, as being more beautiful, and you see that even in the Jamaican culture where they're bleaching their skin. They actually have different products that make your skin lighter, and that's because we have in the media and even as a culture we have idolized people who are lighter complexion and saying that they are more pretty and they are more acceptable, and because you're lighter complected or because you have better hair and things like that. So colorism still exists, and it's really sad, and I'm happy that it's coming to light and Love and Hip Hop is finally doing something that is beneficial to the culture. It's nice to see them do something more beneficial to the culture.
I agree.
For the culture.
And like we said, it brings awareness to how people are treated in those cultures. So I'm happy that she's able to shed light on that, because, and even in the other Love and Hip Hops with New York, Love and Hip Hop New York, Juju, Cameron's ex-girlfriend, was able to do the same thing. So that's nice. But move right along to some positivity. The city of Charlotte elected its first African-American woman mayor. I hope I don't mispronounce her name, but it's Nikia Walker, I believe. And so congrats to Nikia Walker, the first elected African-American woman mayor in Charlotte. So yay! Winning.
We out here winning.
Me.
Winning and still single though.
Not that I don't need one, but I don't need the ones that's
You don't
being
need no man.
brought about.
Yeah, that's true. We get there. Let me stop though. Anyway, let's get into the hot topic, which I'm excited about to talk about. Which is the topic is setbacks.
Okay.
Setbacks. So basically preparing for. I just want to talk about a lot of times we talk about positivity and we talk about things that we're doing or we're working on, and a lot of times we set goals and plans around certain things. And when we try to work towards these goals, that sometimes it doesn't work out. And we end up having to take a few steps back, or we end up getting stopped in our tracks because we're not as successful as we should, as we thought we were going to be. So I just want to spend some time talking about some strategies that me and you both maybe endured, and give some of our listeners some ways to think about what to do when you are in a setback moment and things like that.
Okay.
So I guess the first question is, let me pull it up because for some reason I put up the wrong one. I put up the wrong one, right? You have it on you? I keep on pulling up the
Our
wrong
first question.
outline.
Basically, our first question was, have you ever dealt with a setback in the past? And obviously, from what Michelle's talking about, we have dealt with a setback in the past. Have you dealt with setbacks in the past, Michelle?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just speaking for you.
Yeah, I dealt with setbacks in the past, and I'm dealing with setbacks right now as we are doing the podcast. There's plenty of times where setbacks, and I think, okay, so I give an example. A setback that I'm personally enduring right now is that my husband and I bought a house, and we currently have tenants in the house. One of the units that I am supposed to be living in particularly has tenants who have not paid rent since we moved. So they're going on about 5 months now. We have been to court about 5 times now, and they have been able to stop every eviction because of the system. They allow them to come back, set a new court date, stop the eviction, and they keep doing the same thing over and over again to the point where they've been living in my house for free. This is a place where I'm supposed to be living and have not been able to get completely comfortable in the space that I'm in. And I have a baby coming, so it's just a lot. It's a lot to take in. So it is a setback because, I did all this planning. I was like, I know once I get this house that it's going to be perfect. Everything's going to work out. But the situation happens where I'm not in that space. And yeah, so that's one of the setbacks that I'm enduring right now. Have you had a setback before, Mariah?
Yes, I have had a setback before. Not to that extreme, because that's crazy. I'd be a little bit more than upset at that. But yeah, a setback I have, just reaching goals, whether that be professional wise, or personal. As far as professional, I definitely feel as though I could be certain places that I would like to be that I'm not at right now. So that's kind of frustrating, and all the bad feelings that you could feel. That's how I'm feeling. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, I'm going through.
So you don't have a specific example?
A specific example, yeah, I just said it. I'm dealing with it right now. As far as being my professional growth, I don't feel like I'm where I should be at.
Got you.
So there's that.
Right.
Career-wise.
How are you coping with your not being where you're at right now? How are you coping with? Are you just saying F it, it is what it is, or how are you coping with dealing with the fact that you're not where you want to
be? As far as coping with it is being appreciative of where I am right now. For me, that means obviously I don't want to be where I'm working right now, just due to the simple fact that I've tried different avenues in the company, and obviously I haven't been able to go to avenues that better fit my skill set. So now I'm just like, okay, I want to leave the company altogether. I don't care to stay. So how I'm coping with that is being grateful of actually having a job, but also being aware that I don't want a job anymore. I want to actually go somewhere where I actually enjoy. So how I'm coping with it is putting in multiple resumes to different places per week, cover letters, all that stuff, putting my feet to the pavement basically in hopes of getting a better role. So I guess to put this into perspective is I'm coping with it by putting forth effort to leave this situation or to step forward out of the setback.
Got you.
Yes.
For me,
Okay.
it was honestly very hard to cope in, and even not even extreme cases that I'm in right now. It could be a point where I was applying for several jobs when I moved to New York City, and I went to 10, 15 interviews, went to 3 full rounds, and didn't get a call back. And you travel and I did a lot just to try to get the job and didn't get it. And a lot of times I just take my setbacks as something similar to what you said, being appreciative of where I am at in the moment. So sometimes we can focus so much on not being where we want to be when we don't look at how far we've come. And basically that
Right.
it's sometimes I think we focus too much on that part. So a lot of times right now I've been focused on look how far you've come, look at what you have endured already, then it helps me mentally be okay with where I'm at. So I guess I won't look at it as a setback. I'll just look at it as this is temporary. Like, this is not permanent. This is something that I'm supposed to be here in this moment. But as long as I keep moving, keeping my, like, as long as I'm being proactive, then something is bound to happen.
Got it. So basically, keep pushing, keep moving forward versus like staying in a slump due to your
Like, I'm not going to stop. If someone, after so many denials, that doesn't mean quit. That means continue working on what you're supposed to do. And then once you get to a place where, eventually when it's time to be where you're supposed to be, the timing will happen. But I'm not going to sit back. I'm not sitting back and saying like, oh, why me? Or, oh, this is happening to me and I need to just quit and give up. It's more so I just need to keep working. I need to work harder. And eventually I'll be okay. So I learned that a lot. So I think setbacks have made me into a more patient person. I think it's taken me longer than usual because I'm really not a patient person. So it's helping me become more patient, just thinking about my setbacks as not really setbacks, but as just work harder.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yep.
I was going to ask you, like, what are some strategies that helped you? And I'm like, obviously, you just told me the strategies is keeping forward, keep pushing, keep going, not to stop.
Not to stop. Even when you think you want to give up, it's just you have to keep it going. And honestly, I'm huge with faith and religion and knowing that God's timing is always on time. So questioning His timing is probably going to keep me exactly where I am. So if I don't have more faith in Him and knowing that my timing, whatever time He says is time, then I know when it does happen, it's going to be on time. If that makes sense. So I know different people have different ways, but mine is also faith.
So no woe is me. Just moving forward and staying.
Moving forward, I know this was like, I just think a lot of us go through our setbacks, especially after college and as we're really in the middle stages of our adulthood. It kind of feels like a middle child, right? You just don't know what you want. You don't know what you want to do. It's like pull or tug. You could still be living at home. You could still be doing a lot of different things that you thought you were going to be further along. But I think we're all in that kind of stage right now where it's like, how do we prepare for that? And how are we coping with our setbacks? Or how are we coping with not even really a setback, like this standstill in our time right now?
Agreed. I'm not gonna say the same exact strategy, like you said. Keep pushing forward and I guess remembering why you started in the first place is another one.
Yeah.
Like, why were you even trying to do it in the first place? If you remember why you were trying to do it, then that would probably motivate you to keep doing it if it didn't happen right away.
Exactly. And sometimes I think you learn a lot during the process of setbacks and
Right.
failures. I think
Builds
I
character.
I think I exactly. I think it build more character in myself and more strength, and I even get more experience too. Because at a certain point when I wasn't getting the job I wanted, I was becoming a pro at interviewing. Because you do it so many
Mm.
times that at some point you become a pro at it. Like I done this like 16 times in all these interviews. You eventually become a pro, and it becomes easier and easier as you keep going. And it even makes you rethink, like, why is this not happening? Like, it makes you rethink and look at yourself and say, what
Mm-hmm.
do I need to fix? What is my purpose? Is this really what I want to do? Why isn't this happening? And if it's not happening, then I need to rethink, my purpose. And if I'm really doing it because I just want a new job, or I just want to live comfortably, I just want to be comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Then it's something that it causes us to rethink, and you should
Right.
eventually think about yourself and think about, why isn't this happening? I need to do something different. What am I doing the same that's causing the same
Right.
results? Yeah,
Agreed. Agreed. I think we all can attest to that.
exactly. But that's all I have for the
Yeah.
setbacks, and I thought it was a pretty good, just something to think about. I know it's heavy on my chest because I know how many times I tried and failed and had to go back 2 steps to just jump forward 10 more steps. Just some things that you have to do. But yeah, that's all I have for the setbacks. Did you have
Yeah.
anything more for that one?
No, I don't have anything more, you guys. I guess we can move on to Snapchat combos. But you guys, this week I actually tried something different. I migrated over to Instagram, and I did Instagram and Snapchat just because sometimes on Snapchat, I don't get, you know, that many responses via Snapchat. So I was like, you know what, let me try Instagram and let's see. So I got some on Snapchat and I got some on Instagram, which gave me a bigger collective pool to choose from for the answers, um, which is nice. So I'm going to head over to Instagram first. So this is a new one, but I'm heading over to Instagram and I asked the same exact questions as me and Michelle just spoke about, which was, have you dealt with a setback in the past? And what are some strategies that help you during the times of your setback? And I got one from Kiana Hill on Instagram. Her Instagram name is Kiana_Hill, QUIANA_Hill. She said, setbacks are a bitch. I'm very goal oriented, and when I make my mind up, I'm pretty relentless at working towards succeeding. I don't usually include a lot of people in my decision making because I'm so indecisive. It's just my nature. So too much input throws me off. I write down my
Okay,
goals and I write down what steps I need to make it happen. There's always more
me too.
ways to do everything. So if one way doesn't work and you want something bad enough, another door is waiting to be opened. That is what Kiana said. And I agree with that, Kiana. Like, that's perfect to say that. Um, as far as another Instagrammer that chimed in was C Garcia 0216, and she says, um, it is so easy to get down on yourself for a setback. That is so important to call on your support and do a little self-reflection over a glass of wine. And the setback may be out of your hands, but regardless, it's still important to be reflective on it and grow from it in any kind of
Mm-hmm.
form. So basically, she feels like reflecting and venting towards those that you love and care about can help you with, you know, getting up from your setback and learning from it. Um, and I have one more from Instagram that I would like to share from Brianna_itty bitty Bree_. Hey Bree. She said that as far as her setback, she for dealing with setbacks, she prays and she vents to her friends. And she said a good cry is always good for the soul. So that's how she does her setbacks: praying, venting, and crying. You
And sometimes you just gotta cry and let it out.
gotta just let it
You
out,
do.
A good cry. It helps sometimes, for those who don't want to vent or, you know, feel like nobody would care or whatever the case is, which isn't true. But if you want to just vent to people, don't want to vent to people,
Yeah,
I mean,
cry
you
it
can
out.
definitely cry it out.
Write
Um,
it. Write it down.
yeah, I definitely, y'all know I cried out. Write it down and go for it. But I'll head over to Snapchat, you guys. I didn't forget about Snapchat. And I got one from Molly. And Molly says her name is Molly, Mali, World, WORLDD, so double D for world. But she says, if it's any kind of setback, to be honest, I don't see anything in my life as a setback, but a true lesson. No matter what it is, if I view it as a setback, it can keep me back. I have to view it as a lesson, so when it approaches again, it won't bring me back, but I can stop it or alter it and track it. So that's a different. The reason I decided to share Molly's is because she had a different output on it. Like, obviously, we're calling it a setback, and she calls it a lesson. So whatever you call it, and however you deal with it, I think it's very important to be reflective of it and try to push forward as best as you can, or however you know best to do so.
Yeah, and it's nice that she put it in a more positive frame,
right?
Because you should look at setbacks as lessons.
A lesson.
As lessons. So
I agree. Positive spin to it.
Definitely.
But that's it, you guys, for this week's Instagram/Snapchat Convos with Mariah. And if you guys ever want to email into us and speak to me and Michelle, and you have anything you want to say on the show, please do so by heading over to melaninvoices1@gmail.com, and we will definitely get back to you because we're always checking our email.
Yep. So thank you guys so much for continuing to do that. I'm happy to Instagram is, I feel like a lot of people are on Instagram now more than ever.
Yeah, I've noticed that. You can do polls on Instagram, so next time I'll do a poll and I'll actually do the database, and which is nice.
Oh yeah, that is nice. Yep. So we'll do that new thing. Second, last but not least, Black Business of the Week.
Yay!
I know you picked this one.
So you guys, I found this cool Black Business of the Week. So it's called Goodr. It's spelled like good with the R at the end. It's created by Jasmine Crow. So basically, it's an app that allows businesses to donate food to those in need versus throwing the food away. And I know personally, for my company, we have 2 big kitchens in all of our offices across the United States where we have people come in and bring us food every day. So that's vitamin water, that's regular water, that's almond milk, just any kind of food you can imagine, we got it at a job. And if we don't finish it, I always wondered, like, where does that food go? I'm not sure if they donate it. I'm not sure if they throw it away, whatever. But I know every day we get a new supply of food. And we don't need a new supply of food every day because we don't finish it. So if you do have a big company or a big business that does, buy in bulk and does give tons of food to the company every day or week or whatever the case is, and you have leftover food, this is an app that allows you to donate this food and track how much food you're actually using and can donate to those in need versus throwing the food away. So I think that's pretty cool.
It is cool because we waste so much.
So much food goes to waste, and this is a way to, like I said, you have a huge company. It allows you to keep track of this for your tax purposes. So you're able to track this, and it's seen. So.
Is it just for food?
It is just for food. Yeah, it's just for food. It would be nice if like clothes or something, but no, for right now, I think it's just for food at the moment. But yeah, I would download the app, or if you really good close ties with your communication department, tell them to maybe talk the company into doing it. I know I want to talk to my company to try to doing it, see what we can do to, unless they're not already donating the food. So I don't know what they're doing with it, but if your company does not donate the food and throws it away, this is a good tool to help them not do that anymore.
Yep. So that's Goodr, right? Goodr.
Goodr. Yeah.
Yes. All one word. Goodr. Cool.
Yes.
Cool. Nice. Anything else? Was that the last of it?
That was it. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I did want to make one announcement. The announcement is that we are currently looking for a male host. I mean, a male host on the show. So if you are interested and you're a male who's listening, or if you're a female and you know a male who would be, who would want to join in on a podcast, shoot them our way. Let us know, who they are, information, things like that. We're going to do a couple interviews and get to know the person, of course, before we put them on the podcast. But it's just something that we do have in the lineup for now. But that's it. That's all. That's my last announcement for the day, and I hope you guys are enjoying the rest of your weeks. Mariah, you have any last minute notes? Any last minute things?
I do, you guys. I'm going to shameless plug my own YouTube channel on this platform. So, you guys, I decided to film a video of things that we should leave in 2017 and bring about in 2018. So if you want to head up to my YouTube and check it out, it's Mariah Stewart. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, I just wanted to say thank you guys for just being so nice. I know that I got a couple of Snapchats from somebody stating that, they love listening to the podcast. And then I was out at like I said earlier, I went to my best friend's, her mom's reception. I was out there and somebody came up to me and approached me like, hey, I listened to you guys' podcast. You guys are super funny. And I'm like, what? That's so crazy.
Wow, I was like, dang, we are not funny.
Yes, we are. Okay. At least they think so. They're like, I listen to you every day at work, on my way to work. Y'all are hilarious. And I was like, thank you, man. That's really made my day. Well, made my night in that case. But yeah, so thank you guys for all the
support.
all the love, all the support. I really
keep us posted,
it.
and share when we post. Share when we post things on YouTube, so we can get it to a wider audience and things like that. And let us know if you're really strong. If you have really strong ideas or you have really strong opinions on a certain topic, and we'll put you on. It's all about our voices anyway. So, spread the word and keep us up there, and then we're going to be all good. We'll be to go. So, I will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Peace.